was going to push my buttons, but for whatever reason, they're not working this morning. So that was not the smooth transition I was looking for. But anyway, we're here. Good morning, everyone. Let's see. Kara and Linda and Dawn and Josephine. Good morning. Good morning. So it's been a week. It's been a week. Let's see. Announcements. Can't really think of any off the top of my head, except for... look what I finally got caught up on. I have not updated the pictures on the website, so if you're like keeping an eye out for your updated thing to see how many charms you have, I have not had time. time this week has been very, very little. Hi, Terry. I will say, and I'll get your guys' opinion, because I know, you know, so many of you have saved up and, you know, paid a certain amount for your square, but I was thinking about it, and the prices for the charms and the squares were set based on a 2 times a week stream. But I'm down to 1 week now. I'm not sure when or if we're gonna switch it back. Like at this point, like it's just, they're literally, like I told Steve earlier this week, I'm like, it's a good thing I went down to 1, because there like would not be time. Like at all. But anyway, since I'm streaming less, that means that it's going to be harder to reach those points thresholds to allow everyone to finish off their squares. So if you're watching this back, or if you're watching it now, let me know, how would you guys feel about lowering the prices on some of the redemptions? Because we're close to finishing it, but it's just, it got me thinking. I was like, I feel like it's not fair to charge the same when I'm streaming for half the time. So I might do that. I might look at that this weekend and see about switching it and then have it ready for next stream. So let me know what you guys think. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and go through with our updates. So we have butterflies. It's a good point. Sounds fair. Yeah, I just didn't know if people would like be like, well, dang, man, I paid, you know, X amount for mine, but it just seems like unfair if you guys are wanting to get stuff if it's now harder to obtain because I'm streaming less. So that's what I'm thinking. But we have butterflies. We have the sunflower on it. Butterflies, I think what you asked last time, you were up to 6 charms on yours. So 2 more and you'll be able to get it finished off. Then we have Angela's with her little music note charm. That's what that is. And then we have Angela. Oh, that's sweet. But actually, even being a member doesn't, I didn't want to give anyone an unfair advantage. So it's not based on membership either. I know that like on Twitch, sometimes if you have memberships, you get more points. But I was just like, well, it's not really fair, because I know not everybody can do that. And I never want anyone to feel obligated to support the channel in that way. So really, you only get points by chatting in the live chat. I wish it was like Twitch, where you can get them just by being here, but you have to chat to do it. So everyone has an equal chance to do it, but it's like, I just cut your chance in half by only streaming once a week, right? It's so cute. It's so cute. So there's Angela. She's got her little fish. And then we have 2 more. These ones are exciting because Natalie and Kara are the first ones to, well, are they the first ones? There might be another one. But the point is, these are new squares for them. So this will be their second one. Hi, Mona. So they now have their seconds. So we have Kara and we have Natalie. Kara, I'll be curious to see what you do with yours, since you had your themed one for last time with all the bread. Will you go with a theme? Will you grab the ones you had your eye on? I am curious to see what you end up doing with that. But yeah, so that is, oh, I'm glad. That is it for the updates for the squares. I was just glad to finally get that done. All right, let's dive straight into, hang on, I'm gonna take the headphones out because I am consequently talking very loud because I'm hearing the music. Anyway, but let's go ahead and jump in. And you guys would be so proud of me. I put away my pencils. I put them away. Shocking. I know. It's completely shocking, but I did. Go find 2 more charms? Absolutely. Yeah, we're getting close. Let's see, because I updated the amount of squares that we have left too, because I finally figured out the pattern, and I had a lot less purple squares than I did greens, and so I was just like, oh, we gotta make sure that's updated. Wait, Kara Greg, what? Oh, do you mean... I was Kara Marinas, Kara M. So for I think we have 13 remaining squares to finish the quilt. So that's how many we got. Jet, there you go. That's how many we've got. And then I'll probably, once we have all the squares, I'm not going to put it together real quick because obviously if someone gets a square, I want them to have time also to do their charms. So like after we finally finish the squares, I'll probably keep it going for like 6 months. And then at the end of that 6 months, because that's plenty of time, especially again with streaming once a week. Oh, the butcher. I know. I'm shocked. It's and for even more shocking, because I'm working on the episode 13 of Small Victories. After that last one, I put away the Black Widows too. Oh, weird, Josephine. Yeah. Shoot me an email. So if you missed it, I haven't gotten the other part. I didn't originally plan on doing this episode 13 in a 2-parter, but it was so hard for me to get in color in time and then get this edited and up. I didn't want to, not post for like an entire week while I waited to catch up with that. So if you missed it, this was part 1. And then I'm hoping to be able to work on part 2 later this week. But like, no joke, we're working on some like adjustments with schedules for the kids and activities they're doing. Right, Kelly? Mind blown. And then Steve has some other things that he's doing in the evening now. So like the amount of time I've spent in the car chauffeuring, don't get me wrong, as a contributing member of the family, this is part of my job, like I take people where they need to go, do the dishes, the whole stay-at-home mom thing on top of this. But consequently, like the balance of everything, I've just been like, oh yeah, time. I caught up on the border last night. I still haven't done the other half, but I figure as long as I'm caught up on the side that we're working on, I'm doing okay. I will get to the other side at some point. But I wanted to make sure to finish the border so you guys could kind of see what I'm envisioning. We're going to be working on flowers and leaves. I think we're going to do the flowers first because I have a vision for that. But yeah, time has been thinking. Oh. Speaking of artwork, one of the other things that I got done. Now, it won't come with this frame because this is the only frame that I had on hand and it's not actually the right size for it. So when I sell this one, it will probably go out just the picture itself, and then whoever gets it can choose the frame. But an update on this one. So it is finished. I don't want to put it up in the shop until, oh, thanks. I don't want to put it up in the shop. And honestly, if I had had black paper, black would have looked so much nicer on the background. But I was just using what I had. But for this one, I did not, but I got a pretty good memory of what it is. I mean, because it's not going to be identical. So I am waiting for the prints to come in the mail. So I ordered some prints. It's not crazy. It's not gonna be a ton. I think I ordered like, this picture by itself is 8x10. So I ordered 3 8x10s and like 3, oh, thank you, Kenny. Right, Josephine? I know, it's hard to beat. It's a great quote. So we're going to have some prints for this one. So when the prints arrives, these will be going up in my Etsy store. So look for the prints, and the original will be available. There are some other originals available based on, here. Oh, the button's not working. Okay, hang on. We're going over here. Anyway, so I do have some other originals left over from the festival last year that I did. So I've got like the lemon and blueberries. Anyway, there's other paintings if you want to look at those. But the prints and the original of that one, I keep pushing the button and it's not working. Hang on, I'm going to unplug it and plug it back in. Maybe that will wake it up a little bit. Anyway, so that will... It doesn't want to work. That's cool. So anyway, those will be up in the Etsy store if you had your eye on it. It's probably going to go up, let's see, today's 29th. It'll probably go up about midweek next week. So yeah, you can always follow along, or hit that follow button on the Etsy store. It'll let you know when I've got new product in the shop, but I'll also make an announcement. But yeah, so I had everybody kind of guess what they think I'll be doing on the rest of the page, and some of them got close, but I'm actually going to be doing a day and night kind of thing. So we've got this kind of galaxy nighttime. I did like a little bit more shadowed colors. Hi, Kim. A little bit more shadowed colors, lights on and whatnot. So then when I do the daytime, the colors are going to be a bit more vibrant, and the windows will probably be more of like a blue. I just realized I didn't do that little part, but anyway, sounds good, Kelly. So that is what we've got going on with episode 13. So this is next on my list to do. And I've been trying real hard to get everything out. If you guys follow me on Facebook, you noticed in the last week or so, I've started posting more. Full transparency, it's because Meta sent me a notification. You have to get invited to the program, and it's called like breakthrough bonuses or whatever. Long story short, despite only having like 2,500 followers on Facebook, it fast-tracked me for monetization. So there's like bonuses, and I realized I hadn't really even been posting the "can I finish this whole book" on Facebook. I don't know. I hate to say it, but Facebook has always been a little bit of an afterthought, and I was just like, well, I might as well. And then I got approved for this program. I'm like, oh, well, now I'll actually get paid for it. So okay, I suppose I should make more of an effort. So if you're noticing, I've been posting more on Facebook. That's why. Because they're willing to pay me, so that's nice. It's not obviously oodles by any means, because it's pretty small potatoes. But hey, potatoes are potatoes. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. Right? I mean, I made like 21 cents yesterday, so it's awesome. But My Kitty Heaven with 21 Cats. I absolutely love your name. And hello. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what becomes of that. We're going to use my itty bitty teeny tiny indigo. And then so we're going to do these flowers. These are two different types of flowers, so we'll make them a little bit different. But let's do indigo. We got the muted turquoise, but I think we're going to grab, let's do sky blue light. Sky blue light, which is number 1086. Okay, so indigo, sky blue light, and let's do slate gray. Yeah, let's do slate gray, which is number 936. Don't spend it all at once, right? Oh man. I suppose I gotta start somewhere, right? But the funny thing is that 21 cents for one day, that's part of the reason why I want to do it, because payments for posts and reels and whatnot are better than on Facebook. So to give you a little bit of a, it's ad revenue, I guess, on the videos, but they even do it for stories. You don't get any kind of revenue from stories on Instagram. So to give you a little bit of perspective, I've got a couple posts that did fairly well for the amount of followers I have, where it's got like 1,600 likes. That, and also Instagram is only doing posts and not reels for income. So for a post that I did that has almost 20,000 views and 1,600 likes, I made about 39 cents on that. So Instagram by itself is not super lucrative. So to get 39 cents for something that has 20,000 views, and then to turn around and get 21 cents for some stories and things that only have about 1,000 views, I'm like, oh, well, that's much more, right? I know. It's like, I feel a little bit like Dance Monkey. Right, Kara? I know, almost a whole $1. I'm so excited. Go that dollar menu at Oh, I can't even do McDonald's. They're not gluten-free. Okay, anyway. So yeah, to get a little perspective, don't make a whole lot unless you're absolutely huge, but 21 cents for a day versus 39 cents for 20,000 views, you know. Right, Josephine? I was thinking that the other day. Like, I remember when you could get like a candy bar for 50 cents. Like, and now it's like, what, $1.50? I'm like, oh, that's a little bit of inflation. Okay, so we have got sky blue light, slate gray, indigo, and let's get, do I want black raspberry or black cherry? Let's do black cherry. Looks like it's going smoothly for me. I'm not seeing, usually I'll get a little notification if like my frames are dropping, but I'm not seeing anything. Does anyone else have any issues? Yeah. You might be able to buy, never mind. Right? All right, let's see. Black raspberry, here we go. Itty bitty, teeny tiny. And in fact, my little handheld one is getting dull. I need to get another one, but I have this one that I got ages ago. I don't remember why I don't use it all the time, but it works and it's sharp and I can hold it easier. So I've just been using this one because these, when they're so tiny, do not fit in here. So yeah, I just realized I got the autofocus on. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty much it, Kim. Honestly, like when it comes to making money on social media, I don't bank on the ad revenue. Because even if I, like the breakthrough bonus thing that I signed up for, it's a lot of work. So if I were to fulfill all of the requirements, it would be like $100 for the month. So I don't ever count on like ad revenue for that. The goal is to get enough of a following that companies want to sponsor you. How to market for it. I mean, honestly, the best advice that I've heard from pretty much anyone and everyone is just keep posting. So, you know, we're doing the streaming and everything. And the thing of it is since I've started this, we're going to start with the indigo. Can I finish this whole book series? I have seen a significant increase in my analytics. So it will tell you like, oh, this video held the audience longer for 3 minutes than any of the other ones, like based on whatever. So it tells you on your analytics what's responding well. And the thing of it is this book is long, and by the time I'm finished it, I'll be able to start the other small book that she has coming out. So I'm like, yeah, I'll just keep posting. Just keep swimming, right? But that's also why I don't think I could ever be one of those creators that posts like every single day. Like I thought about that, you know, because they have random thoughts or, you know, they're like, get ready with me. And I'm just like, I'm half asleep when I get ready. Like I can't entertain. Tried those Japanese color pencils made of different woods? I haven't. What's their name? This one only looks like different woods because I glued the teeny tiny one onto a dowel. But yeah, so I'm never going to grow at all if I don't post. So I've got, you know, a little niche that'll work for me. And if I just keep steady with it, then, you know, oh, I just hit the mic, sorry. You know, who knows? It could turn into something. But yeah, it's just all about finding the time for it. At least it's been easy for me to go to bed early because I've been so tired. Good times. You know, I didn't color on the inside of here, but honestly, I think on these little circles, I'm just going to fill them in. Let me go ahead and I'm actually going to lower this a bit more. Durbin, hello, good morning. Hang on, I'm just going to lower this just a skosh more here. There we go. Hang on, I'll get it in focus here in a second. Make sure it's nice and tight. There we go. Is that better? I feel like you can see it, especially when we're doing small things. I was determined to get a lot done today, though, because I was just like, we need to. I have a tendency to go off on side quests, as we all know. I love a good side quest, and so I told myself, like, all right, we're gonna get a lot of flowers and leaves done today. So I am determined. I think I'm definitely gonna put some black on these ones, even though they're indigo. I want it to. Oh, fun. Enjoy your visit. Yeah, my parents are actually going to be here next month. I'm so excited because they're bringing the sewing machine. I can't wait to show it to you guys. It's cool. Oh, total side note. Unpaid furlough today, so I overslept. Hey, but at least, you know, nice day off. All those rocks that I was tumbling from the coast, they're out. They're not shiny. And I was looking up online, like, what am I doing? Because I did it for like four weeks. And a big part of it is because most of this is a type of jasper, and apparently they're really soft, and it is incredibly difficult to get them super shiny. But they're really, really soft, and they're really cool looking. Like, look at the patterns on these ones. Like, it's so cool, right? Right? Yeah, it's so, like, I don't know how they keep up on it. I feel like I would be miserable if I was forcing myself to do it every day. So it's interesting. I was looking up about a lot of these rocks, and apparently these ones with like lines going directly through them, they're referred to as luck stones. Marcy, hello. But yeah, I couldn't, and also because with the type of stuff that I post, it's like tutorial stuff. It's not like get ready with me, or, you know, I'm sitting in my car having deep thoughts. Like, I don't have deep thoughts. I never have deep thoughts. I just have a lot of thoughts all at once. And honestly, if I explained all my thoughts to everyone all the time, they'd be like, my God, she's insane. Right? They're so pretty. With daily workout, I have a hard time with a daily workout too. I keep telling myself I need to. But then I look outside and I go, it's really hot. I don't want to. Marcy, I haven't been back on Discord since this morning, but I don't know if you saw my message. First of all, your collection of pencils is freaking amazing. Like, how did you even find all of those? Were they just like eBay finds, or did you get like lucky on Facebook Marketplace, or was there some like estate sale with all those? Also, how many copies of the Deco Aqua do you have? Because I'm really curious to know how different it is from light aqua. Super intense. eBay and garage sales. Oh. Color thoughts in the car. Oh, I like that. That's creative. But then also, like, you know, I'm finally comfortable enough with you guys all to do like this. But like, I feel like I would get too self-conscious if my face was there all the time. But maybe I could do color thoughts like while I'm coloring. That being said, like, I've tried to color in the car. It is, you know what I did in the car yesterday, actually? I brought these. You guys were my car pals. And actually, I took a picture of Natalie's when I was working in the car, because I thought about, I'm like, oh, maybe I should be posting everything I'm doing. So there was this, but I was just like, eh. So that's me in the car. Right, Kenny? No, I feel you on that one too. I end up spreading out half the time with my crochet. And so like, I'm always having to like shift things when the kids get in the car. Cause I'm like, I'm sorry, I've been in here for an hour. I nested. Like, it's just, but with how much time I have to spend in the car, like, yeah. That's a big part of the reason why I don't get as much coloring done, because I only like do the filming at home. So if I've got some like errands I need to run, like yesterday I was running errands getting stuff for the kids' costumes. And by the time I got back, I had like an hour and a half before I had to like focus on making lunch and then getting out of the house to go get the kids, like all this kind of stuff. Learning about the quilt project. Oh, fun. Yeah, we still have, I think, 13 squares to go. And I don't know if you were here earlier, but I was thinking I'm going to lower the prices on the squares and the charms, because it seems unfair that the prices that I chose based on a 2 times a week stream, and now I'm streaming less. And so it's just like, I feel like I should be making these things a bit more attainable, because it's just going to be so much harder for you guys to earn enough points to get what you want when I'm not streaming as often. It's a lot lighter than light aqua. Oh, why did they get rid of the Deco line? If they were to, oh yes, please do. If they were to bring out, like re-release the Deco colors, oh my gosh, that was amazing. But I also don't know when they discontinued them, because Barrel was bought out. Let's see. Let me see if I've got it on here. Barrel used to be the one, but now Prismacolor. I don't recall what the name of it. I did a whole thing on Prismacolors, but around 2010, everything kind of changed for Prismacolors. So like, I don't even know if they like have those color palettes or allowed to reuse them or whatever else. Right, Mercy? So much. Hi, Taylor. By Stanford. Thank you. Thank you. I couldn't think it. Barrel, then Stanford. Yeah. Hi, Callie. Never heard of Deco Colors? So early 2000s. That would make sense. So actually, I could call you Kitty. I could call you Cats. Which would you prefer? So Prismacolor wasn't always owned by Stanford. Yeah, the company changes hands. So it's like, I don't know if they're just straight up not allowed to. So they have colors that they discontinued. So some of the ones that I have, now these are Charisma, which were the really, really early ones. Catherine was so lovely and traded me to Charisma for a couple steels. So I have a couple steels, but this is what if you have an older one, this is what it will look like on the side. So this is steel. This is Deco Orange. And so they have Deco Blues. These ones are Deco Blues. And then this whole line over here are all metallics. Oh my gosh, yes, if you happen to find one, absolutely. After I saw your post, I was like, gosh, how did she find that? I started doing like search on like Facebook Marketplace. There were Prismacolors, but they were all just modern Prismacolors. I'm like, I have plenty of those. Did they have, because now I think about it, I don't know if I saw, did they ever make like a Deco Purple? And if so, what shade would that be? I was almost tempted though to like think about getting those older sets of Prismacolors, like because they're regular ones, but they were bought previously because I saw some amethyst or some lilac and lavender in those sets, and I was just like, ooh. It was Deco Purple. Yeah, I don't know what the full range of colors were, like how many they had. I'm so sad they got rid of it. Okay, so we are going to do the sky blue light. Oh, that's a black light. So I'm gonna fill in completely with the sky blue light, but we are definitely gonna make these darker. They are a little too light right now. But yeah, I would buy them up in a heartbeat if they brought back, even if it was like a limited edition vintage run of the Deco colors, like I'd be like, yes. Oh, perfect. Okay, I can do that. Older Prismas on eBay, right? I mean, I keep hitting the mic. I'm sorry. I don't know if that's making noise. Yeah, I mean, I assume that like they're not going to be in like the best shape because they're older ones, but it's just like still, I want. You have one full set of the Deco and a couple extras, but used. Wait, let me look at those pictures again. If you guys want to see the pictures we're talking about, you can type in ! Discord. That's where she's posting them. Let's see. Oh, the ones in the tray, are those the Deco ones? Was that? Oh no, that's neon green. Okay, so we got the neons. Yeah, they've got like the blues and the pinks and the orange and the yellows. What? Really, Durban? See, I had an older set from college, but it was just like a 12 set. In fact, one of the ones that I have, it's this one here. You can tell because it's like one of the older ones because it's got the gold lettering. But I have tape on here. I probably just need to drop some glue on there. But the lead slides out of the barrel, which is why it looks like this, like it's gone through some sort of horrendous surgery. Yeah. She stocked up all different bunch of colors, and it was an anticipated to watch us amazed to see so many colors. Was it of Prismacolor or specifically? Okay, let's see. So we're gonna do black raspberry. Oh, I should close this. Oh yeah, you've got the metallic ones too, Marcy. Oh, such a cool collection. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna close Discord. All right, so black raspberry. I promised myself I wasn't gonna get distracted. I think in general. I think they're in general. Right? It's so cool. Yeah, my little metallics are like my pride and joy because I just got them on an off chance. I was in a group and somebody had mentioned they had gone into this shop, little hole in the wall mom and pop shop in Colorado. So I called them up and I was like, "Can I please order all of these?" Actually, not all at once. Like I got a few of them, but then like after I got them, I loved them and I was so excited. I asked Steve, I was just like, "Can I, this is not a this is a rare opportunity. Can I just call them back and order some more?" He's like, "Yeah." And is good, right? But yeah, so lots of chaotic busyness here, but you know, it's all good busy. It's just trying to find a balance. Oh, that being said, I started getting things for the kids' costumes. I got the 32-gallon Rubbermaid trash can for little Steve. And never has a little boy been so excited about a trash can. Plus, I think he like assumed that we were gonna like I don't know if you saw our message. Jessica. Okay, perfect. I think he assumed that like because it's a trash can that after Halloween we would like use it for trash, but obviously I'm not going to. Number one, because it's his, and number two, I'm going to be cutting out the bottom of this trash can. And so he's just so when he found out that he could keep this trash can, it's his trash can forever. He was just over the moon about it. It's hilarious. In storage for almost 20 years. When my girls was going to buy a set in high school, but they were spendy, so I pulled up my tin and gave them to her. She added a few other pencils in them, but it was much and gave them back. Oh, see, I saw that today when I was looking on Facebook Marketplace where someone was like, I have them, but I never use them. And I was just like, now I'm just sad for the pencils. I need to rescue them. That's all. But yeah, so I got the trash can. So this weekend, I'm going to start cutting out the bottom. I'm going to work on making his little hat. I've got some, right? Exactly. Once you get them, do you just hold on to them and not use them because it's vintage colors? So I do use them, but I kind of gave myself a rule, especially about using them on stream. I'll use them for my own pictures, but if it's one where I'm going to be giving a tutorial or people might want to follow along, I don't use them because I feel like it's not very fair to say, oh yes, and here's this color. By the way, you can't get it anymore. Good friend son. Oh, I love that. So I haven't used the Deco Blues yet, but I also haven't really done too many personal coloring projects since I got them, but I do want to use them. The metallic ones I have used a little bit, but I don't mind that they pulled the metallic set because while it's cool to have them since they don't exist anymore, they don't really work well with metallic stuff. So I've sharpened a few of them, ones that I had duplicates of, but no, I haven't really used those ones. But man, if I had a full set of decos, I would probably be sad because I'd run out of them because I would use them too quickly because they're freaking amazing. But like, they were so pretty. Why would they get rid of them? Okay, this is not nearly as dark as I was envisioning. We may use our blender and then go in with some black. Okay, oh, a little bit here. And for those wondering, I did get an appointment for little Steve to get his labs done, but they need to be a fasting thing. So I can't exactly have him not eat all day. So we had to schedule it for a time where we could do first thing in the morning. So that won't be for another week and a half or so, but it is scheduled. It is going to happen. We haven't told him yet, but it's there. Yeah, exactly, Marcy. Sometimes I use Prisma Bronze and I want a certain tone of brownish. It's not shiny, but the color is good. Yes, Kim, actually, I use that one just for that reason because it's a good tone and it's not metallic. So I kind of like that they did that. It's almost like a good, like, because here's bronze, so it pairs well with like green ochre and artichoke. Yeah. So we got it scheduled. And initially I was going to do it this week, but then I remembered it has to be a fasting appointment. And you can't tell a little boy he can't eat all day until 4 o'clock. That's just not going to fly. So I was like, we need to do it first thing in the morning and then just get it over with. So it's specifically a pediatric place for it. So fingers crossed it goes well. Wait, there's a copper? There's a copper? Is it similar like the way like the metallic gold works and just more orangey? That's cool. Yeah, same, Durbin. We already have like a couple, there's this little game that he's been wanting for his Switch, so that will be his reward. We used to do like stuffed animals when they had to get like vaccines or whatever, but they don't have room for any more stuffed animals. So we're needing to, yeah. You have several. Oh, snap. All right, Marcy, we may have to chit chat about a swap because I do have more steels. Okay, we're gonna grab the black. Yeah, I'm not excited for it, but at the very least, even if it comes back and it says that he's just fine, it will reaffirm that. You know, because obviously we don't want there to be anything wrong, but it will reaffirm that, okay, it's just because he's little and you know, his immunities will catch up at some point. But it's just like when he's as sick as often as he is, like I can't help but wonder, like, is there something else going on? So hopefully we'll get some answers one way or the better. It's one of the better metallics. Ooh. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to need to chat because that would be cool. Now I'm just glad that I have as many steel as I do because I've been able to to barter with my fellow colorists for that one. Yes, exactly. And like if mine and my sister's issues would have been found earlier on, like we might have been able to manage them better. So if there is anything going on, knowing early what that is could help a lot. I'm just using black right now. Let's see. So yeah, we just need to get it done. All right, now we're gonna go with the indigo. But in the meantime, like I said, we are full swing. This weekend, I'm going to start working on the costumes. I probably won't do the wings for little Emily's costume until closer to October, mostly because I don't know how I want to do them yet. So I want to get the main part of her costume done. But I have everything to do her dress and her headpiece and the tail. The tail I think is going to be really cool. I found a cool video on how to make kind of a swishing tail, so that's what we're going to go for. Thanks, Josephine. Yeah, that's what I was hoping, that they would, despite being similar colors, that the darkness of them would pop. So that's kind of what we're going for here. But it's funny because while I was out getting supplies yesterday, I had a couple people that asked, you know, like, oh, what's your project? What are you making? But I was at Hobby Lobby because our Michaels does not carry much fabric yet, despite their buyout of Joann's and Michaels. Exactly. Oh, yeah, definitely. It's a great book. I absolutely love it. So Hobby Lobby is really my only choice around here for in-person fabric shopping. So I went in there and I was picking out the colors. I got some black and I got some purple, and the girl was, she complimented my nails. And I was like, oh, thanks. Like I do them myself. And we just got, you know, chatting a little bit. And she brought up this, I forget what the name of it was, but it was, she said there was this YouTuber who does a lot of nail videos. But she said it was like this really old channel. She says, oh, yeah, like, oh yeah, this real old channel. She does these things. And I stopped for a second. I'm like, what do you consider old? Just out of curiosity. Like when, what year is this, did this YouTube channel start? And, anybody want to guess? what she considered old. Like, she was young. She had to be young, like maybe 20. She was really young. But yeah, anybody want to guess what what year she thought was old? Because it sure didn't make me feel very, very young. Okay, so it wasn't that bad, but it was 2012. It was 2012 was the really old. And I chuckled. I was like, yeah, see, that's not really old in my book. Is there a similar long page in Lost Ocean as well? Oh yeah, there's a few, there's a 4-page spread in Lost Ocean. But here's where it got really sweet. Here's where it got really sweet. I was just like, yeah, that's not old to me. I was born in 1986. I'm almost 40. And keep in mind, I had not showered yet that day. I had zero makeup. Like, my hair was just like pinned in bobby pins. Like, I could not have put any less effort in my hair unless it was me literally rolling out of bed and doing absolutely nothing with it. So I didn't necessarily look at my peak yesterday, but you know, I'm shopping for costume supplies. I don't got anybody to press, but she told me, and again, with me looking the way I was looking, she's like, oh, you don't look 40 at all. And I was just like, oh, thanks. Like, it wasn't like the way she said it wasn't like patronizing or anything. Like, she legitimately said that she didn't think I looked like I was almost 40. And I'm like, well, thanks. Because in my head, I'm thinking, well, hot dang, man, I haven't showered, done my hair. Like, I put on clean clothes this morning. But I guess it's not too bad if I look that way and she doesn't think that I look like I'm 40 yet. After 40, you reach your we don't care era, right? Yeah, so Secret Garden was her first book that she put out, and then it was Enchanted Forest, and then it was Lost Ocean. Ah, thanks. You know what, actually, I get those genetics a lot from my mom, because my mom is in her 60s now, and she barely has gray hair. Like, I already have a few, and they're popping out. Shit. Well, I know that, but come on. I mean, think about when you were turning 40. Like, it's a turning point, right? Like, there's a reason that there's all those over the hill jokes, right? So it's something where you're like, ah, okay, well. Plus, there's something to be said for, you know, I think part of the reason that when we're younger. There you go, Carol. Hi, Carol. Run into store in slippers. Oh, see, I still do that. I still do that. One time I picked up little Emily from school, and honestly, I didn't even realize I was wearing them. And she was little. Like, this was kindergarten, right? So she wasn't that old yet, but I accidentally wore these slippers, but they were like hard-soled slippers. I wore these slippers, and she, you know, being kindergarten, she's like, Mommy, why aren't you wearing your actual shoes? Like, she was embarrassed because I was wearing slippers. 40 in 1994. Honestly, no, my age has never bothered me in any of my birthdays. I definitely feel like, I was thinking about this in the car the other day because, and I'm just going back and forth between the gray slate, the black, and the indigo, trying to get the petals to the point where I want them to. But it's like, when you're young, you spend so much time. You know, people are like, oh, you're young, or you still got time, or, you know, when you're this age, you spend so much time looking forward and like wanting to be older and everything. But now I'm at that point where adults don't talk to me like I'm a child anymore. They talk to me in the way, I say adults, I'm an adult too, but I'm saying, like, when you get older, there's a lot less condensation. What is it? Not condensation. What's the word I'm looking for? What is the word? Condescension. That's the word. Condescension when you are older. And I've reached that point now. And I was just like, oh, well, is this what I was waiting for? Like, I could have waited a little bit longer. Yeah. Our creative areas never get old. They have electric vibe. I love that. Exactly. Age is just a number. Well, that's the thing. See, and I'm class of 04. So that by itself is like, I know it's that way. But like my sister, I have two older sisters, and they are, I'm trying to think. They're a few years older than me. Obviously, my oldest being more than a handful of years. But it's like, it's weird now that my sisters and I, especially my oldest sister, Like, she's closer to 50, obviously, than she ever has been, but it's so weird to think of my sister of being close to 50. Taco shells are bad and Kara take time to put shoes off her out, but you know what? It's at that point that you just like power through and it's fine. It's just, you know. I thought about it, but I think it was even one of you. I was looking at Shanna's things. So the deal is getting anything from overseas now here is incredibly complicated, especially things now because it goes into effect day after tomorrow, I believe. No, so Monday, September 1st. And with the tariffs, they are changing. Before it was anything under $800 or under was not going to be subject to the tariffs, but they got rid of that. And to give you a little bit of perspective, there is a person that I follow who lives in Canada, and she did a giveaway for these watercolor swatches. She makes really good, like awesome swatches that are super high quality. Anyway, she did a giveaway for them. And she sent it to this winner in the US, and she wasn't just, you know, whatever, she had the receipts, like she showed us the receipts for it. And it arrived at the person's place and they were demanding, now keep in mind, she set the value of the package to zero. And the winner got the package and they were charged a $900 tariff on something that was marked as nothing. Like, it was insane. And then it was this whole thing trying to send it back because this person obviously wasn't going to pay $900 on this tariff. And so the person who did the giveaway ended up being out, what was it? It was like 90 bucks between shipping and the return stuff and all of that. So, if the Halloween book becomes available on Amazon US, yes, I will probably get it, but I am not purchasing anything overseas. I have removed international, oh, hi, Paul. I've removed international shipping for the stuff in my Etsy store. So if you live overseas and you're like, well, that's, you know, especially when I do the prints and stuff, like, okay, well, that's not cool. I wanted to get it. That's just kind of the situation in the US right now. And like, I was lurking in Shannon's, and I know that you mentioned, like, well, if we want to pay it, but it's not just that, it's that DHL put out a statement that said they are not shipping to the US anymore. So for the meantime, as far as overseas books, which really sucks because, like, if Johanna was sending stuff out, she wouldn't be able to send it to me. So yeah, anyway, there's a bit of a hiatus on ordering things from overseas, and hello, ordering things from overseas and whatnot. So hopefully, I don't know, maybe we'll get lucky and things will chill out. But again, like, we don't really talk about politics too much in here, but I knew that at some point I probably needed to mention it because, hold on. Okay, he was rubbing his face on the camera. You guys would have got full up the nose. Yeah, I saw that, and I'm curious, like, if they came from different places. Marcy, was it you? Oh, Paul, you're silly. Marcy, was it you where yours got canceled? I can't remember. Oh, no, Johanna lives in Scotland. She's in Scotland. Yours came yesterday. Or Marcy. I wonder if, like, the timing was different. Yeah, let me know. Let me know when it comes. But yeah, if it makes it over to Amazon US, then yeah, I absolutely will. Yeah, she's in Scotland. She ordered before you. Weird. Yours got canceled. Yeah, it just doesn't seem like there's much of a rhyme or reason how things are working out. And I don't know, maybe it's based on state? Amazon US next year. Yeah, so that's probably when I get it. I know it's like super late posting. Paul, this is terrible lighting. I can't. You ordered in April. Yeah, see, that's a pre-order for a while. Yeah, I'll be curious to see, because you guys ordered through iMusic, if I remember correctly. So I'll be curious to see. And if someone here is watching this back and you've had an experience with this, let me know, because it just seems like, I think we'll hear more reports about it next month when everything officially goes into effect. I'm grabbing the black raspberry. Oh, cat is Callie too. I also had a cat named Callie. Oh, Kelly, yes, go rest. I'm so sorry. That was me this morning, but I was lucky enough that it decided to subside. But yes, rest. Okay, are we good? Okay, sweet. We can get back to our regularly schedule. There you go. We're using the black raspberry. But yeah, I was just like, the thing of it is it's going to get complicated. And I was just like, as much as it sucks, I've pulled most of my stickers from the shop anyway. The things that I have in the shop that would physically be mailed out are paintings, the coloring stickers, I have some bookmarks still, which tend to sell around this time because they're fall themed bookmarks. I was like, okay, well, I'll keep them up there. So once I sell out of that stock, I probably won't do it again, and I'll keep my Etsy mostly to prints and paintings and illustrations. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how that is. Let's move on to the leaves. Let's see. For the leaves, we're sticking to a lot of brown colors, but I was debating about adding a little bit of like a more subtle green, but like darker. So I think we're going to get out peacock green and try that. Hang on, my phone went off. I need to just make sure I was there. Okay. But yeah, I think that by the end of September, we'll all have a little bit better of a handle on what is up with the tariffs and our understanding of them and everything. And so we'll be able to make some decisions based on that. Okay, so 907, little baby pencil. All right, 907, then we're gonna get at some browns. Do a special order of stickers. I wanna get some of the color wheel stickers for my students. Yeah, I could do that. I know I have, are you thinking mini ones or large ones? Yeah, because especially for you guys that are here all the time, like, yeah, because I still have stickers. I do still have stock. I just have pulled it because of the complications. But Kara, shoot me an email and let me know how many you want. I still got some medium ones. I got a few bigger ones, but if it's something specific that you want, I can reprint them. Let's see, we've got a few of the mini glitter ones. So yeah, just send me an email. Let me know what you want, and I'll see what we've got. And what I could do, yeah, just send me an email and we'll chat. We'll chat. Okay, so peacock green, the medium. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, just let me know how many you need, and if you want them, because I think those ones are glitter. I'll have to see how many non-glitter ones I have. Peacock green, and then we're gonna get brown. So we're gonna get dark umber, which, by the way, I did go back and I got 2 more of the dark umber, so I'm not horribly hurting for dark umber anymore. I needed them. Let's see. Oh, perfect, Mona. I just saw your message. I'll take a look at that after stream and get it squared away. Let's see, dark umber and let's do light umber. This one is, well, it's 120, but it holds a couple extras. So I want to say it might be 150, a 151. Basically any of the, did I do a link for an exclamation point case? Maybe? I might have some links for these specific ones, but basically anything. Oh, Mona, it worked. Awesome. Anything by BT Sky on Amazon, BTSKY. Those are my go-to favorite. I love the ones with the individual slots. Yeah, just because it allows me, when I do put them away, to organize it a little bit better. But yeah, BT Sky are my favorite ones. I have that one in black. Nice. Any colors I haven't used? So a while back, I did a page where I forced myself to, oh, that's what I was going to do. I didn't get out the box with all of those finished coloring pages. I'll have to, I totally spaced it. I went in there like once and I was like, oh, I got to go do something. And then ADHD took over and I never came back. But I did a page with only neons because I have, I hardly ever used them. So I don't know if there's a color pencil I haven't ever used, but there are definitely ones I don't reach for very often. Like a lot of the grays, I do use them, but not quite as frequently. But then there are some colors that I use like absolutely all the time. Right, Kenny? They're so good. I love them. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit of that peacock green. Let's see, let's give these a quick sharpen. The only downside with using this little handheld one is that it fills up really fast. But I wouldn't be using it if all my pencils weren't so short. Okay. Discussing pencils, I always wondered, how do you choose between warm grays and cool grays? It depends on what I am working on for a page. So for this one, I'm doing a lot of warm colors, but for the way that the grays work, you have basically your primary colors in grays. So again, it depends on the tone of page that you're working on, but all of your French grays are going to be gray plus yellow. All of your warm grays are going to be gray plus red, and all of your cool grays are going to be gray plus blue. So I usually base my choices on that. While it's subtle amounts, when you have them all lined up next to one another, it ends up just pretty obvious. In fact, we'll just do it on this color chart because we talk about this fairly frequently. Bye, Dawn. So let's grab some, let's do the 30%. Okay, so cool gray 30%, warm gray 30%, and French gray, that's 50, 30. Actually, let's do the 50. So I want you to be able to see it. So 50, and I think this one's 50. Yes, okay. So when you put them next to each other, sorry, we're just doing a quick little side quest, Okay, so you can already tell just by, sorry, I have my Franken pencils, I glued them on top of one another. You can already tell from the color of the barrel on the outside, that kind of yellow, blue, and red that comes into play. So this one is the warm gray. Okay. And when they're side by side, you'll be able to see. So warm gray. Okay. Then we're going to do the cool gray. And having them side by side, this is a big reason why I like to have all my colors on one page, because it makes it so much more obvious which color families they are. Cool gray as a non-orangey brown. Yes, exactly. And then we're going to have the French gray. So when they're all next to one another like this, you definitely didn't see that snappage. Nothing. Exclamation point snap in chat. Okay, so you can see now, like even being next to the cool one, it's a little bit harder to tell, but you have that red, blue, and yellow. So really, it just depends on the tone of the page that I'm working on. So if I was doing like a bunch of ice, the only reason that I would use a warmer, like the not necessarily warm gray, but like the French gray especially, is if the ice maybe had like a light reflection on it and you were really trying to get that strong kind of yellow color. These are all 50%. So let's grab the other, the French gray 30%. Let's see, this one is, let's see, 1017, is that what that is? 1070, yes, okay, 1070. Okay, so these ones are the 50%. Okay, and then these ones are going to be the 30%, and we'll do them in the same order. So we have the warm gray 30%. Are we in frame? Yes. Yeah, it's very different when they're all next to one another. Okay, so that is the warm gray. And then we have the 30% cool gray. And then we have the 30% French gray. And honestly, this is the only pencil set that I feel like has ever really done like gray. Of course, a good gray range of pencils where you've got all of these primary colors. Like if I did, and I'll pull it out when we do the pages that I've done, but I did the 2-page spread of the dragon from Enchanted Forest in only grays, and it was a great way to showcase, let's see. Please show your magical world. I was ordering, but it saw 2 versions. Which one to buy? There's going to be the UK version and the US version. So, let's see, Magical Worlds. Do I have? I might only have US versions. Okay, well, the one you're going to be looking at for, wait, did you say Magical Worlds? Yes. The US version is going to have the blue background. I don't recall what the UK version has, but it's going to be the blue one. Oh, and speaking of which, I don't have an answer yet for that book. Honestly, I forgot to message Johanna, so I need to do that this week. It's been really busy. Okay, so let's do these leaves, shall we? We're gonna do these ones with the flowers. Okay, so what did we have? We had the 907, which was the peacock green. Then we've got the dark umber, and then let's see, that was black raspberry. We got the light umber. Was that all I chose for that? Yeah, I think that's all I chose for that initially. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm having a good time with it. And I just got to be able to find time to catch up on the other half over here. It's going to look great when it's done. Awesome. Yeah, I need to pull out that tote because that's all I have them in is just a large tote, and they're all laying in there. So I need to, but it's also under other storage totes. So we're going to rearrange things a little bit and pull that out. I knew there was something I forgot that I wanted to do today. Okay, so this is just the dark umber that we're using. Okay. It always feels like we don't get enough done in the 2 hours. I mean, we're only an hour in anyway, but... Aw, thanks! Which one has the purple background? That one is Worlds of Wonder. Worlds of Wonder. Back from blackberry picking. Oh, Angela, so jelly, so jelly. Honestly, fresh picked blackberries in a bowl is literally my favorite scent in the whole wide world. Nothing I have found has been able to replicate that scent. And so I just like drink it in, literally. when I have the opportunity to do that. When we were freezing the blackberries we got at my brother's house, we put them out on a tray and laid them out so they wouldn't freeze together in one big clump. And after we took them out of the bag, because we had a big gallon-sized bag, my mother-in-law and I, we just like drank, like we put the leftover juice that was in the bag in cups, and we just like drank that. Because it's honestly like almost like a given how many like antioxidants and everything that's good in blackberries, you're basically doing like a vitamin shot of blackberry juice. They're already washed. That's awesome. That's awesome. We had blackberry bushes where I was growing up, and so my mom, whenever they were ripe, would send us out with a gallon milk jug with the lid cut off, loop it through a belt. I keep hitting the mic. I'm so sorry. Loop it through a belt, and we would go fill that. Now, granted, I was younger, so mine was never filled because I ate them. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and use the peacock green, and we're going to go really light. Just adding a little bit. We want the green to be there, but subtle. Well, it's funny, I was catching up on this border last night because I know that sometimes a page will take me longer when I'm streaming because I like to chat. And I was like, oh, surely I can power through this and get a lot done. All I got done was the border last night. Oh, speaking of which, if you guys are following along and you want to know what I did for the border. So we already did the border together, but one of the things that I did off stream that I didn't do is I used a little bit of sepia lightly on the edge to give it almost like a drop shadow effect. Then I used cream to blend the outside because this is more of an ivory paper, but the cream was too yellow. So then I used white over the top. Aw, well, thanks. Yeah, we definitely don't go super fast here. Hi, Della. Pictures of Pacific North on the bushes for you. Oh, yay! Yeah, I love blackberries. That's why I got it hanging up in the other room, but I have like a little glass charm that I ordered from Etsy from the UK last year or something. Anyway, Steve, or no, it was early this year. Steve got me a little chain bracelet, and I was like, this needs a charm. So I got the blackberry charm to put on it, and I love it. Except for the fact that I sent it through the dryer on accident and it broke, but I was able to find the pieces, and I used some glass glue to glue it back together. Aw, thanks. All right, let's go ahead and do some black now, because I do want these darker. It is a lot of fun. There's something about being able to, you know, because in real life, it's hard to find people who are passionate about coloring as much as we are. And so it's always nice when I get to spend time with people who enjoy it just as much as I do. Guess I probably could have used the brush instead of blowing on it. That's my bad. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Oh, they're here already. Which ones did you order, Kim? Yeah, I'll be curious to see, like, hear stories from people who are ordering stuff to see how everybody's doing with it. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't want to do all brown on these. I don't want to do all brown. We're still going to do these flowers, but I'm going to wait to do them because I want to see how the rest of these leaf colors balance out. So I want to, why did I grab my phone? I meant to grab the color chart. I want to add a few other colors. Now we have some slightly warmer blues with the muted turquoise. So I think that we could bring in a little bit more of that turquoise color. Not a ton, like we brought a little bit of that green in here, just a bit to help kind of set it apart. So that's what I think I want to do here. Because the vast variety of colors, ooh, hang on, let me look. Let's see. Oh, those are so cool. I love that. When you see that many too, if you go back in like 2 weeks, those are going to be like fully ready to go. I have one of their books. I have one of theirs. I've got, see, I keep wanting to push the buttons, but it's not working. You can see it since I lowered the camera, it's like in part of it. Let's see, Erie did, is it this one? No, that's Rhapsody in Forest. Wait, did Erie do Rhapsody in Forest? Is that one? It's in Japanese, so I can't read it. But let's see. There was another one that I thought was Erie. Pretty sure I have just one. It's like a clock one, like a time something or other. Clearly my brain is working well on this, but it's going to bother me now. Lost Ocean. We need to do another Grazie Salvo one. Sorry, I just saw her books. Oh, wait, is that it? Oh, Romantic Country. That's what it was. This one is Erie. Oh, that was Kanoko Goose. Okay. This one. Wait. You guys can't see it. Oh, these buttons. I wish they were working. Anyway, this was it. The Daria song. That was that clock one I was thinking of. Yes. Okay. Yeah. And I think we did. I don't know that I finished it. We've got this. Oh, that's cute. Big pull out. Why did I not notice this? Well, holy heck, that's huge. That's cool. Ginormous. I didn't notice that last time. I'm clearly just beyond observant. There we go. We were doing that one in Ergosofts. At some point I need to finish it. You know what I almost pulled out the other day? Now I had gotten this at a used bookstore, so some of the pages are gone. But have you guys done a color by number at all? Oh, I listed the 4. Hang on, no, I didn't see. Hold on. Recently ordered 4 Nosh books. They're all here. Don't. Oh, Shannon can tell you. Okay. I don't see anything. Oh, is it? Okay. Anyway, I got this, and I almost got it out the other day because I was really tired, and I didn't. My brain was not, you know, wanting to work for anything. But I don't know. I feel like one of these days we should do one. I don't even know where you can get this. Color Quest, Extreme Color by Number. Let's see. Let's click on Amazon. Like I said, we got it at like half price books, and some of the pages are gone. So Color Quest. Oh, color by number. Here we go. Yeah, it's like 13 bucks on Amazon. But I don't know. I feel like it's, you know, you get your diamond painting kind of vibe. Shanna can't tell you nothing. Duck Romantic Country and Storefront. Oh, that's cute. Hi, Angela. Book Outlet. Maybe. Yeah, ours was just half price books that we picked up. Like I said, it's used. There's something. Oh, no, the answers. I didn't want to see that. I'm not going to look at that page. It's supposed to be a surprise. Oh, the illustrator. Oh, gotcha. Something with cute animals, Rhapsody in Forest, Australian Wondrous Folk, and the Hannah. Yes. Oh, yeah, the Wondrous Folk. I realized I ordered her Little Folk one. Sorry, that was me making bubbly sound with my water. I wonder if that one's going to be able to make it. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. What was I grabbing? We were grabbing colors for these leaves. So let's see. I was thinking some sort of aqua, just a little bit. You know what? Jade green might be a good one to bring in. It's kind of muted. It's light. Jade green is number 1021. It's going to be over here. Oh, you're sweet. Now, I'll keep you posted. Besides, I know she's got a few like for downloads. Well, I don't know. I just figure time will tell on how this all pans out. And maybe enough people will be like, hey, this is not good, guys. Anyway, I don't know. Sorry. I'm trying to be real careful with like what I'm phrasing because I know it's everybody's got some difference in opinions. For me personally, I would like to think that limiting our capability of ordering things from overseas will be an issue that doesn't last long. I'll just leave it at that. Okay, so jade green. Do I want jade green or celadon green? Okay. All right, we're going to do celadon green because it's a little bit of a warmer one. Okay, so celadon green, and then let's do, see, my instinct is sap green light, but, oh, fun, Josephine, how are you liking the order of it? Let's see, celadon green, my instinct is to do sap green light, but I feel like that's too much green. So let's go with, I don't want to necessarily do all of the same browns. I really don't. Oh, bronze. Bronze might be a good one to go with. Maybe? I'm really struggling because I'm like trying to figure out which ones would work best. So let's go ahead and grab. Yeah, let's grab bronze. Moonlight Valley. That's one of her newer ones, isn't it? Let's see. I think I have them out somewhere. They're not on my bookshelf. Hi, Kelly. How are you? Awesome, Josephine. Yeah, that was my thing, is I wanted them close together. Let's see, bronze, and obviously we'll do the dark umber. Let's go ahead and grab just a little bit of our sap green. This is either really going to work or be horribly terrible. Hi, Connie, how are you? Okay, so this is a really weird combination of colors. I don't think I've ever used these ones together before. Okay, so we are going to do, it's part of the reason why I didn't want to, like do these without you guys, because I knew I was going to be choosing some obscure, sorry, I didn't mean to pop my knuckles right there. It was going to be some obscure color selections here. All right, so we're going to do these ones right here. So this one is one of them, so we'll have 4 of them. I'm probably going to do another kind of drop shadow like I did over here for this. So even the ones that are right along here are going to get some darker brown. Versions printed in the US. I love her style of her newer ones, like that kind of all one palette. I'm glad that she stopped doing the black pages in there, but I am loving the style of her newer books, like so much. Very inspiring. You know, because I'm still tossing around the idea of working on my own book, and I've done a few mock-ups of covers of what it could be. Now, granted, once you get picked up, it's pretty normal for you to have an art director. Despite the fact that you're the artist, it's pretty normal to have an art director that will help you pick out the cover and the layout and all that kind of stuff. So in the event that I am able to snag a publisher, I don't want to go in there with like any hard and fast, like this is absolutely how it's going to be. Like I want to be able to be flexible, but I'm also doing multiple ideas. So I'll be like, okay, this is kind of the vision that I have for it, and then go from there. But we're not quite at that stage yet. We'll get there. You just keep, you know, keep drawing, keep trucking along. And then for those of you that are new this month to memberships, on the 1st, I will have the new monthly coloring page on the 1st. I do, yes. Kim, I've also got 2 of them. I actually got a really helpful, and thank you for that link, Shannon. I got a email the other day from somebody who they were trying to download the Black Widow sheet that had them separated. And for whatever reason, like there was something wrong with the file and they were getting like an error code rather than actually opening. So I was like, oh man. So I was able to go in there and replace the file. And so it should work now. But yeah, so I've got one that has all of them together on one, because I think there's 180 in total. And then I've got one where they're all separated for the sets. Do you want to say? For the Johanna ones? Oh, that's right. Are you back now, Connie? Color since last Friday. It's cool. You're in good company. Like it's been so hard to find the time to sit down and just color for fun. That's why I was really excited to do that Hannah Carlson page that I just kind of did on my own. I really enjoyed doing that. Okay, so that was a little bit of the dark umber. We're gonna go with the bronze next. Oh, you have the separated ones. Perfect. Yeah, the other one should be real close to it, and you should be able to fit all 180 on the page. Do I still have? Oh, this is it actually, because I've been using the Black Widows. So this is the finished one, and so yeah, it's got all of them next to each other. And it kind of shows how some of the sets sort of duplicate color a little bit, like Snow and Casper are very similar. Yeah, at least once in a while, for sure. Okay, so I know this is all really light right now, but that's because I want the greens to be subtle, so I don't want to go real heavy with the color until we have more layers on. Oh my gosh, so I've been watching Enterprise, Star Trek Enterprise, and I just finished it, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna go watch some of the original Star Trek. And there's three seasons available on Paramount. But I was just like, I don't know that I want to sit through it. I'm going to watch the last episode. And I guess, I don't recall if it got canceled after 3 seasons, but they only have 3 seasons for it. Anyway, I watched it. I love Star Trek, but oh my God, the time that it was filmed in. They did women dirty in that one, man. This last episode was all about a woman who apparently was jealous of Kirk's being able to be captain and the adventures and everything, and she like ends up throwing this tantrum about how she can't be captain, and she tries to like kill Kirk, and it's this whole thing. And at the end he said something along the lines of like she could have just been just as happy as every other woman, insinuating that, you know, not as captain, you know, every other woman, if they're, you know, at home or whatever, is like she could have been just as happy as them. And I'm just like, why shouldn't she reach for the stars? She was like, oh, got back home from Scotland yesterday. Took my coloring book, but the weather was so fabulous. We were walking all the time. No coloring got done, but for a nice reason. Oh, I love that, Angela. A lot of people portraits, some are similar. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Kelly. Exactly. It was time well used. Okay, so let's see. Let's go in with the, what do we choose? Celadon green. And we're going to go real light. Get a better idea of how strong a color this is. Trust me, these are going to be a lot darker. We're just sort of mapping in our colors. But yeah, I was just like, this is painful. That's why I can't watch a lot of the early Doctor Who ones, because all it was, like, the women actresses were always damsels in distress or screaming ridiculously. And I'm like, I can't do this. It's too painful. All right, so now we're going to grab the, let's see, this was the sap green light. Okay, and let's do just a little bit more. Press just a little bit harder. I know you can't really even see it, but it'll get there by the time we build our layers up. Okay, so now I want to go back in with the burnt umber again, or not burnt umber, dark umber. The kids are real excited though, since it's Labor Day on Monday. We've got a 3-day weekend. Plus, little Emily is really excited because I told her that this year, because she got invited to go trick-or-treating with friends last year, but this year she's doing the inviting. And I told her we could plan like a little, not like a party or anything, but like a place where her and her friends can meet up before we go trick-or-treating, and there'll be snackies, and then a place where everybody can go after trick-or-treating so they can, you know, sort out their Halloween loot and whatnot. She wanted to have them over after we were done last year, but the house was not guest ready in any way, shape, or form. So this year I'm planning ahead. She's really excited about her costume, and I said, well, we'll have friends over with that. Working 9 to 5. Yeah. But so yeah, they're really excited about it. Like I said, it's just hilarious. Little Steve, after we got that trash can for him yesterday, he spent the entire afternoon sitting in a trash can, having a snack, playing on his Switch with his sister. It was just, he kept putting the lid on top. It was hilarious. I'm like, well, at least you're enjoying yourself, bud. All right, then we're going to do bronze. But the idea is he'll remember these costumes when he gets older, right? Like, he'll remember. Always worked out the costumes for him. They had some of those metal, like Oscar the Grouch trash cans. But I was just like, that seems to be a hazard, especially if I need to cut out the bottom. Like, oh, yes, I'm going to let my child wander around in the neighborhood with sharp metal exposed next to his legs. That seems safe. So no, we went with the 32-gallon Rubbermaid. But the cool thing is the lid isn't as heavy as I remember it. So I think I'm going to be able to fashion it as a hat. And then I was trying to explain it to Steve, but he needs to be able to see it. Like, he can't really. Hi, Karen. He can't really visualize it in his head. So the plan for it is, so obviously, like, this is this is the opening, right? Okay, this is a trash can. We'll do one from above too. But let's say this is his head here, right? His legs are going to be sticking out the bottom. But I'm going to put in straps, like they're almost like, you know, like ratchet straps. It's that kind of material, like a woven nylon. And I'm going to put it like this. So like this is his head. It will be attached here and here. And then here and here. These will rest on his shoulders, and then I'll have a strap across the chest and the back so that it doesn't slide around. It'll hold it. So that's how he'll wear the trash can. Or I thought about doing the shoulders, but I think straight in front of him is going to work better. And then of course, you know, we'll figure out a way to attach the hat. But I went ahead and I found some of the nylon strapping that I need. I actually found it at Michael's of all places. And then when I got the trash can, I went ahead and got some short screws, and then I got some washers and some bolts. And so, because I knew normally, you know, I hot glue everything, but I'm not going to be able to hot glue straps and have those stay the entire Halloween evening. So we will be heavy dutying it. When I start getting it put together, I'll bring it upstairs so I can show you guys, kind of like I did with the Duolingo costume. The thing of it is I don't find like it's a situation where I'm putting in all of this work for one night, because he plays with these year round. What, the trash can? Oh no, it's like we actually got a full-on Rubbermaid trash can. Full-on Rubbermaid trash can. But like his Duolingo costume is sitting downstairs in one of the tables at the dining room because he was wearing it around. Like, but we were saying this year, this is going to be one of the first years where he's not going to get super warm in his costume, because it's just going to be, you know, a very well ventilated trash can. Yeah, a real trash can. Right? It's so fun. Okay, so we're going to do that jade again. But yeah, it's a full-on real trash can. We're going to have the straps and everything. But he's really good about coming up with these unique ideas for himself. The idea previously, which would have been cool to make too, he wanted to be the villain from the book The Phantom Tollbooth. And I'm not going to lie, that villain is pretty creepy looking, but like I could have worked with that. Hi, Sue. Right? It's so fun. Well, and like, oh, I didn't show you guys. I finished my mushroom hat. Remember the one I was like, they want me to dress up. And so hang on. I finished the mushroom hat. Hang on. It doesn't make me look like Mrs. Claus. Why am I yelling? You guys can hear me. Here, I'm coming with you. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell. Hi, Paul. He's snoozing. Okay, I'm getting you guys are like 3 rooms away with me right now. Okay, we're coming back. But I finished it. I did. I forget, it's not far away. Like, you guys literally came with me. Okay, first of all, here's the hat. Okay. Before it was really big, and like I said, it made me look like Mrs. Claus. I got bobby pins in, so it's messing with it. And obviously I'll fix the hair based on it. But how cute is that? Like a little mushroom hat. And then I'll do like little mushroom makeup. But the idea is it's like a bucket hat. And then it's got, you know, the little spots. And so that's going to be the base of it. Obviously, we'll do the hair and do everything for it. And then I'm going to do like makeup. Like, it's going to be super cute. Oh, my hair's a mess now. Oh, look, chat is sort of catching up. Anyway, it's super cute. And I'll crochet. So, yeah, it's pretty good. I look less like Mrs. Claus now. Note to self, don't put crochet on when you have bobby pins in your hair. Okay. I knew there was something I forgot to tell you guys about. I was like, I did it. I finished it. I did. Yeah, it was super fun. It was a little bit big. So what I actually did is, you see where this fold is? I actually took in the hat because I followed the pattern exactly, because it's supposed to be the adult version of it, but the adult version was a little bit too big for my head. So after it was made, I went ahead and altered the size of it. So I folded it up, and then also I took it in and did a seam here and crocheted that. But on the outside, you can't see it. It just looks like a regular seam. And here, where there was the line where I took it in, I strategically placed some of the dots. So I did, you know, kind of like a cream one here, and then this was kind of like a crimson, a little bit of a cooler red, and then the dots. But yeah, it's super cute, super fun. So it's gonna be mushroom theme. The octopus, I have not finished working on the octopus. He is, hang on, I'm putting this bobby pin back in my hair. He is still, he's sitting, you can see him, he's chilling out here. I had to put him in timeout because I was getting frustrated with him. So at some point, he will get stuffed and I will finish his head, but he's cool looking, but he's in timeout because I was getting frustrated. And I'm like, okay, this Mr. Octopus is strictly for fun. So if I'm not having fun, I need to take a break and then come back to it. Oh, thanks, Kenny. But yeah, okay, my hair is all. But yeah, so he's still in timeout in the corner of the room. But yeah, okay. So I want to, yes, exactly. We want to have fun. So I want to darken up these leaves a little bit before we use our blender. So we're going to do these ones here. And then we'll go back in with the burnt umber. But yeah, I was like, okay, I need to step away from l'octopus. And it's not like there's any rush. It's literally just for me. So it's like, once I have some time to... Yes, exactly. It's time to take a break. So I was like, we'll come back to you at a later date. Although I'm starting to think like we're getting close, we've got fall coming up here soon. I was like, if I'm going to do any crochet Christmas gifts this year, I should probably get started on them. All right, so now we're going to get burnt umber. See, so we have a little bit of green in here, but it's just a real subtle green, which is what I want. Because we definitely have this kind of fall muted vibe going on for colors. And I want to try and stick with that theme. Exactly. Okay, so now let's grab our bronze. After this layer of color, we're going to go ahead and use our blender, and then we will adjust things as needed after that. I was thinking about that yesterday, Shannon, when you were just like, I can't believe we only got this done. And I was just like, yeah, that sounds about right for me. I mean, what? We're an hour and a half in, and I've gotten 3 flowers, 5 leaves, and almost 4 more leaves. I have no idea yet. I have no idea. But, I've got a bunch of yarn, and if I'm going to do, sorry, I'm fixing my other bobby pin from the hat. If I'm going to do any crochet gifts for anyone, now would be the time. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the blender. Of course, I don't know. I probably shouldn't add any more projects until I get my current projects done. Mainly they're costumes. Like I need to start getting little Emily's all set up. I've got everything, but I need to, like the tail is going to be the first thing. I have a bunch of like appliques to make for her dress, like all the things. Okay. Okay, let's dust that off. So you can see there's a little bit of a difference between this one and this one, but I think we'll add just a little bit more green, and then it might pave the way to add a little bit of green to the other ones. So this one is the sap green light. Again, I don't want this like a super strong, vibrant green. Just a subtle green. Yeah, I think that's okay to leave here for now. We can come back to it and make them a little bit darker later if we want to. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this one. And what do I want to do for this? See, I'm still thinking I want to add some more green, but because my instinct is to do this like a nice dark rich green, which we could bring some of that in, but again, just make it subtle. So let's actually start with chocolate first. Always a good step to start with some chocolate. I'm down with the chocolate. Let's see, here we go. And let's go ahead, give it a quick sharpen. This is one of the ones where I glued a, let's see if we'll get any focus, pencil Focus. There we go. Pencil to the pencil where it's this line. It's because it's a pencil on top of pencil, which means that one's probably going to snap at some point. All right, so we're going to start with chocolate. There we go. But yeah, that's my task for this weekend, is to get started on the kids' costumes. But we'll have a nice long weekend. Catch up on some much needed sleep. I'm actually going through, Brandon Sanderson just had a new book release called Isle of the Emberdark. So I'm going through that. That's really interesting. And then my brother recommended, what was the book he recommended? I finished that one. I haven't gotten book 2 yet. The thing it is I guess the series isn't done and they're not sure if the author is going to finish all 3 books. And I was like, I don't want to be left on a cliffhanger forever. Oh, The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. That's what it was. Is it part of the Cosmere? It is, actually. It talks about, like, Hoyd is in it. Yeah, it's very much in the Cosmere. If you have read Mistborn and oh my gosh, the Way of Kings series, there are a lot of references. Oh, how are you liking it, Ananta? But yeah, there's making a lot of references, and there are things in this book that I am recognizing as questions that are answered from the first books. Like, well, no, I don't want to give any spoilers, but if you have read Mistborn, if you have read Kara, have you read the second one? Like, I'm tempted to, but like, I just don't want to be disappointed, because if he's never going to finish the book, like, how much is it going to hurt after I'm done with the second one? But yeah, if it's all in the Cosmere, but because it's interesting, because a lot of his books, people that are in the Cosmere, they aren't necessarily aware of other worlds. Like, obviously, like Hoyd, because he's kind of showing up in... Yes, actually, yeah, that's exactly it, Shannon, because there was a thing at the beginning, because I read that one, The Sixth of Dusk, and at the beginning of the book, it says, hey, this book, The Isle of Emberdark, is going to make a lot more sense if you read The Sixth of Dusk. However, I don't want you to have to go and find The Sixth of Dusk specifically to read it. So what he's done is he's taken The Sixth of Dusk and he has put it within the Isle of the Emberdark. He was able to work it to where the narrative includes the Sixth of Dusk. So you don't necessarily need to get a copy of Sixth of Dusk. And the thing of it is when he mentioned that at the beginning, like, hey, if you've read this novella, you need to read it to understand this, but I don't want you to have to do it. So here's this part also. But I had read Sixth of Dusk, but didn't remember what book he was talking about. So when I was listening to it, I was like, I could have swore I've heard this before. Where have I heard this? And then I remembered, I was like, oh, I read the other novella. Okay. Hi, Lucy. Yeah, it was actually, yeah, I'm got like 10 or 9 hours left. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I have no idea how it's going to end, but you get backstories of characters that you're already familiar with, which is cool. Slow regard of silent things. Yeah, I heard there's some smaller ones. But yeah, when I visited my brother, he's like, you need to read this so we can talk about it. I was like, okay. So I was texting him in the middle because I was frustrated with the main character. I'm like, why isn't he just doing this? And I realized if I had just kept reading the next chapter, he does do the thing that I was frustrated with. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I should continue reading before I vent about characters. It's a full story in itself. Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, I'm just glad it's all on Audible. That being said, the Isle of Emberdark isn't done with the Michael Kramer and, you know, what's her name? The woman, his wife. This is with different ones, but they're doing a good job on it.
especially because they're like characters in this series that we haven't met before. But it's so far, like I said, I haven't finished it, but it is good. So if you like any of the Cosmere series, it's worth checking in. Now, if you love Brandon Sanderson, but you want a refresher from the Cosmere, what is it? It is the Steelheart series. That's like film noir meets superheroes. And that was really good. I liked it, but it is not related to the Cosmere. Starting to really want to know what happens. So it needs to be read after The Wind of Truth. I don't know. And I only say I don't know because I haven't finished it yet, so I don't know where it leaves off. I need to go look up some characters to double check, but I'm gathering that this, yeah, it hasn't lined up yet with the timeline of the other ones. Yeah, I think so. I think so, because although it talks about Hoyd in this story, I haven't met him yet. He's talked about, but his character isn't physically there. And I say yet because I don't know if he will be later. Like I said, I'm not too far into it. But I get the sense based on some characters that we're meeting that I feel like it's before Way of Kings. Don't quote me on that because I'm not sure. I haven't done any, like, I have a tendency to do like wiki looks up to find out which characters were what, but they've mentioned some characters that were relevant way before Way of Kings, like they were in Way of Kings history, but I'm just not sure of the timing yet, so I will let you know. What do you really say? Because I'm tired. Don't you just love that when you have to readjust? But yeah, I don't know. I also assume because it just released that there's not going to be a ton of information online. So what I need to do is I need to look at some characters, but it is cool because it has answered, not really answered questions that I had, but it made connections with other books where I was like, oh, okay. Oh, of Isle of the Emberdark. Oh, I didn't know that. Granted, I don't get the hardcovers too often, mostly because I usually just do them on Audible. But yeah, I have some new theories about the other books, and once everybody has had a chance to read it and there starts to be some, forums and discussion, I will be curious to see if anyone else had the same theories that I did. But let's see what chapter I'm on. I'm on yeah, that's fair. Okay, I'm on chapter 35. I have 8 hours and 8 minutes left. So I may be a third of the way through-ish. So I will let you know if you need to change the order or not, if it gives me that information by the end of it. But I need to re-look up, because I have some things in the back of my mind that I think part of this story connects to, but I need to re-look it up. I'm just not entirely sure that that's the case yet. Okay, so we did chocolate. We could do like a little bit of a warmer one. We could do jasmine. Actually, yeah, let's grab jasmine and bring some of that in. Full set syndrome. Do you have all hardbacks or some paperbacks? I got a paperback of Mistborn for Steve, which he has not finished yet. He's not a huge recreational reader, though. Let's see, what did I say? Jasmine? Jasmine is it's next to eggshell. Jasmine, there it is. To be fair, Kim, I tend to blast through books because I listen to them on Audible. Like my brother and I, we were both reading Wind and Truth, the most recent thing, and like I was done with it in like a few weeks. My little brother's like, how did you do that? Like I'm not even like close. Granted, he doesn't have as much free time in a car as I do, so that's part of why. But all the others are hardback. Oh, that's gonna look so pretty on your shelf, though. Shannon, have you ever shared like a picture of your bookshelf with all your books? Because I bet you it's so pretty. Yeah, but my August should be at 30 books. Nice. Last month was 52. Oh my gosh. Ordered Elantris while back. Just got an email saying it's finally been delivered. Oh, you'll love it. You'll love it. And in fact, in this book that I'm reading, there are, it's like in each of the books, a lot of them in the Cosmere are talking about the same thing, but because they are cultures that haven't met, they all have different words for some of the same things. And it's interesting because one of the words for a thing, and sorry, I'm trying to do this without any spoilers, but one of the words that they use for a thing in Elantris, they use that same word in this book. But then they use other words that are found in other books for this one. So it's really weird. It's almost like a blending of cultures where they're at, because they're using all of these words that I've heard in all the other books, but it's not like they could be talking about 3 separate things, and they could be using a word in one culture, a word in another, and a word in another. So it's kind of like, I feel like this book is where all the other books come together, if that makes sense. I don't know. Like I said, I'm really enjoying it. I haven't, I'm obviously only a third of the way through. I have no idea what happens at the end. I haven't looked up any spoilers, but that's why I'm not saying anything specific, Angela. Nothing. I'm trying to choose. I don't want to accidentally give spoilers, so I'm trying to be very vague. But the bottom line is, I am enjoying it. If you like the Cosmere, it's definitely a must read so far. Again, I'm only a third of the way through, so, and I've specifically not chosen to look, like I said, at any of the things on the wikis. Like, I don't want spoilers either. Because I do that to myself, where I'll be like, I just want to see if this character's still alive, or I just want to see, do these characters end up getting married, or I just want to see, and then I end up seeing, and I'm like, dang it, I spoiled it for myself. Okay, that was Dark Umber. Going back to chocolate now, so I'm trying not to ruin it for myself. But yes, there are some very good tie-ins. So if you enjoy the Cosmere, add it to your list. I had it on my wish list, and I didn't even realize that it had released until I just happened to stumble. I'm like, oh, this one's available. Well, yes, I will, my monthly Audible credit. You did that too. Oh, I know. I have no one to blame but myself, which is why I'm trying to stay disciplined. And it's really hard. I always spoil things for this. Like, I can't not watch a show, especially now that I'm older. Like, I'm closing in on 40, and I am starting to now relate to some of the older characters. So, like, I watched Star Trek Voyager, Janeway, right? She's supposed to be this kind of mature, older, I say lightly, woman. So it's like, now that I'm mature, and it's like, there's nothing about me that's mature. Oathbringer, nice. There you go. I'm like, well, dang, she's supposed to be portraying this age. How close am I actually to her age? And she was, when I looked it up, she was like a little bit older. So I look up, not what the character's age is supposed to be, but I look up like, okay, well, what year was she born? How old is she actually? And I think in the first season, that's why I said older. I did quotation marks, okay? But like, portrayed in shows, especially back when Voyager was a show, 40 was quote unquote old. Anyway, but I looked it up and I was just like, so how old was she actually? She's like 42 or 43. And I'm like, oh, come on. She's like, why are you guys saying that she's old? Like, it's not that old. But like I said, I'll take the win of the like 20-something at Hobby Lobby telling me that I didn't look like I was 40 on a day where I was not showered, not make-upped, and not haired. You're younger than my youngest son. Okay. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Nah, I still got time. I'm only 39. Let's see, that'll be my goal. See if I can release a coloring book by the time I'm 45. That'll be the thing. Actually, I'm kind of at the stage where I potentially have a publisher connection. Not saying it'll go through, because it kind of just depends on if they are actually looking for any other illustrators, but I have a potential connection. And I am very close to putting together my proposal, because when I approach them with this, I want to I want it to look complete. Like, obviously the pages aren't done yet, but I could, you know, here's a sample. Here are the projections. Here is, you know, what I can bring to the table kind of thing. So I'm getting close to finishing that. I was thinking you're just a baby. Kim. The thing of it is pretty sure my mom is watching today's, and she's probably chuckling to herself because I literally am the baby. Actually, no, I have a younger brother, but you know, I don't care. I'm the baby girl, so you know. But it's the same thing. Like, you know, my kids are getting older now, but I still see them as my babies. I was going through some pictures. I was trying to find some older pictures of the cats, and you know, we've had Paul for quite a while, and I found pictures of, you know, the kids as toddlers with them, and I'm just like, oh, they're all babies. Well, Sephora that maybe she should buy something else than MAC foundation because it's not for mature skin. Oh, whatever. Yeah, like you tell that lady, like, whatever. I'll wear foundation. It's fine. I know it. I know, like, and I told her too, like, and I was talking to little Emily about it because, like, you know, cost of living is just absolutely crazy right now. Job market is rough. Now, little Emily has a really long ways to go before she has to consider that. But I was talking to her the other day. I'm like, just so you know, like, you don't have to feel like you have to move out of the house, like, right at 18. And she's like, oh, no, I'm not. I'm like, oh, that's good. I suppose I'll call it a win when they don't want to move out because they like us. So... Like, no, I'm like, it's fine. Like, we are more than happy to be your safety net for as long as you need us. I was like, you can even stay on our insurance until you're 26, so you're welcome to hang out. She's like, okay. And Josephine. Hi, Mama Illustrator. Hi, Steve. Yeah, I can imagine, Angela. Absolutely. It's just so, you know, I see them getting older, and I see, you know, the younger kids compared to them and the older kids compared to them when I pick them up from school. And I'm just like, oh, more than anything, it just like when I pick them up from school and I see how big they're getting in comparison to, you know, the other kids, I'd be like, oh, give them extra lots of hugs. Oh, look at my baby. But, you know, little Steve still wants bedtime stories and he still likes to snuggle. So I'm just going to soak that in for as long as I can. All right, so let's do bronze a little bit. And then I think I want to let's grab a little bit. Do I want to grab? Yeah, let's have just a little bit of dark green. Oh, it's right there. Son's quote unquote like us. Seems as we're still babying a 37 and 39-year-old. Hey, you know, that's basically me, and I absolutely love it when my parents come to visit. It's fabulous. Woo. Hang on, drop the pencil. Hang on. Oh, sorry, it dropped really far. I'm tired. Yeah, we're definitely at that. The kids' bedtimes are later. And actually, for years, we had a pretty strict routine of dinner at 6, in bed by 8. But as they've gotten older, now it's more like school nights, they have to be in bed by 9. Weekends, they get to stay up until 9:30 if there's something special going on, you know, like, hi, Chrissy. If it's something special, they get to stay up until like 10 or whatever. But it's the same thing because dinner isn't always at 6 anymore, especially with like after school activities. We've been regularly doing dinner like around 7 o'clock instead now. And I was just like, I'm using dark green now. Like, it makes sense that, you know, we're not going to stay on the same schedule their entire childhood, especially as they get older. But it's been nice because, you know, kids need structure. So for them to know that, you know, dinner was at 6, bedtime was this, especially now that we're expanding that parameter, they're enjoying it that much more because, you know, they get to stay up later now. So, I love that Toby still loves the nighttime ritual. Sorry, I realize I'm rereading things. None of my kids plan on having kids, so plans on being cool involved grams are gone. Oh no! Empty nested memory. Kids are so close to us, yeah. Treat me like a kid. Sucks at the old the kids, adults living at home, and Nana babysitting duties on the regular. Never alone, but it is nice. Very nice. Oh, yeah, that's great. I love that. Except sleepovers for us, there's been more exceptions. Oh. Say hi, having my nails done. Oh, have fun, Jeanette. Have fun. I love getting nails done. 8:30 most nights, even though we extended bedtime to 9. Right? Oh, yeah, that's the same thing. Little Emily, like she will occasionally listen to story at night, but she's definitely reached that point where she's kind of like phasing out of it. So sometimes, you know, I'll be like, okay, time to get ready for bed, and she'll come in and she's just like, guys, I'm tired. I'm just going straight to bed. We're like, okay. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize what time it is. Yeah, we can do a round of words. I know we haven't done it in a couple weeks. We can do a round of words. We'll finish up these leaves here. I don't feel bad that we only did this much because, you know, I don't want to rush these leaves. Why do a page this big and then like go through it super fast? But would you guys be opposed to me catching? Oh, wait. Okay. Would you guys be opposed to theoretically me catching up on some leaves here so we can start getting to the background? We have a long ways to go on this page. I figured we'd be working on it for a while. But I say theoretically because I always say I'm going to get caught up on stuff, and that's theoretically. Speaking of when we're done, though, I think, Shannon, were you saying yesterday you're going to do reading sprints after this? Use an orange shade in the chocolate. It would look pretty orangey, and I want them to be more subtle since the trees themselves are pretty orange. Yeah, same. Yeah, it's nice. They still like to do board games. Yes, at 1-ish. Okay, so exclamation point lurky in chat, because I know Shannon won't put it in for herself. Is that a nest in the tree? It kind of looks like it. It was meant to be more branches, but it's kind of, we'll call it a nest. Blob of leaves. I think it would look unbalanced. So I want the orange stuff to be real bright, and then we'll have subtle for the leaves here, kind of like where they almost blend in with the frame. And then we'll have another bam, kind of, this will be probably the brightest thing. There it is. Yeah, so Shannon will be, so like it's 1 Central Time, so it's 11:56 now, so she'll be live in about an hour. Okay, you guys want to go ahead and do a little words on stream here? There we go. We haven't done it in a while. Thank you. Yeah, it's coming along, but like I can't expect to get this page done quickly. Like it's gonna look cool. Like I said, I still need to do that side, but all right, let's log in here. We'll do, oh, I'll put my headphones back on now. Oh, the music stopped ages ago, didn't it? I didn't have it on repeat. That's my bad. Bye, Kim. Thanks for being here. Okay. So we are going to move over to there. There we go. Let's zoom that out. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and give it a start. Pull that up. All right, ability. Of course, thank you for being here, Mona. Everyone have it out. Anyone, that was a mix of mishmash letters. Anyone that is headed out, thank you so much for being here and hanging out with you. We'll be live again on Friday, where we're gonna keep on trucking with this page. Let's see. Oh, bait. Tibial, nice, Josephine. Tail, nice. Let's see, Bale. Bali's a place, so that probably won't work for it. What about A-T-I-L? Atil, is that a word? Oh, alibi, nice. Ably, nice, Josephine. Let's see. Oh, what about tibia? Did we do that? Oh, nice, Josephine. Well done. Let's see. Could be a B, could be a T. T-A-B-I, maybe? T-A-L-Y, T-A-L-I. Oh, nice. What about bilat, as in bilateral? Oh, I'm locked out, so I don't know. Never mind. Oh, blat, nice. That should be skip 2 levels? Maybe? 3 levels, nice. And on we go. Meter, metro, maybe the other spelling of, oh, remote. Oh, nice, Petra. Meteor. Good job, Steve. M-E-T-R-E. There we go, wrote. Oh, Tor. Wrote and Tor. Let's see. Mere. M-E-E-R is, no, that's not one. Meet. Team. Term, nice. All right, one more. It's going to start with M. Moat, more. Mert. Oh, what about just mort? More, near. Ah, nice, Josephine. Hey, look at that, cleared the board. Skip 5 levels. Well done. All right, there is a fake letter. Double letters are going to be safe. I'm going to just do side. Oh, there you go. Nice, Allison. What about dines? There we go. Inside. Nice, Steve. Well, what's the other one? Inside. Dines. Send. Signed. Snide. Nice. All right, so it's a fake J for sure. Oh, what about ends? E-N-D-S. Oh no, butterflies just got that. Nice. Let's see. Dins, dines, dens. Snide, indie. What about indies? There we go. All right, so we have one more 5-letter word and one more 4-letter word. S-E-I-N, maybe? E-N-D-I. Oh, Ides, like the Ides of March. One more 5-letter one. Oh, you're good, Josephine. Sometimes hard too, especially if like there's any kind of lag. One more 5-letter word. S-I-D-I-E, S-I-N-I-E, N-I-S-I-E. Oh no, we already did indie. Yeah, I don't know what that was, but this will get us. Oh, Josephine! What the heck is that word? I don't know what that is, but well done. Nice. Coming in clutch right at the end there. Okay, I don't know why insomniac. Oh wait, alphabetically. Insomniac. I think that's too many letters. Yeah, that's too many letters. What about just insomnia? Insomnia. No, because there's a C. Coma, moan. I'm gonna guess that, oh, cinnamon. Okay, so yes, it's a fake Z with a hidden N. Another N as in nothing. Oh yeah, we got amino. Cinnamon. What about, oh, coin? Like a manic. Oh, mica. Cannon, nice. Oh, cannon with only one N. Nice, Petra. Wait, I'm saying Petra, but is it Pietra? I'm realizing that's probably what it is. It's not usually, it's probably Pietra. I apologize if I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's hard sometimes. Let's see, what about Anon? No. Oh, what about Minion? No, we'd need another I for that one. Oh my gosh, we just need one more word. One more word. Oh no. King, coin. Icon! Dee, you're an icon because you saved us. And also, hello. Well done. Woo! That was close. Onward we go. Well done. Okay. What about, let's see, miser? Rise. Sire. Okay. There we go. Rise and sire. Okay. So it's probably going to be a fake M because double letters are usually fine. So size? Maybe it's a Z. Reside, maybe? It's a D. Oh, seer, nice. Series, well done, butterflies. Okay, so it is a fake M and hidden S. What about just rises? There we go. Rises, series. Oh, seers, the plural of seer, S-E-E-R-S. Sires, nice. Okay, so we have two more four-letter words. At least one of them is going to start with S. R-E-I-S, R-E-E-S. Sirs, there we go. Okay, so it could be S-E-R-E. Yeah, we cleared the board. Nice. Look at us go. 5 levels. What are we up to? We are next up level 20. Let's see. So overall ranking so far we got Josephine, Bibliophile, and Sue. Nice. Okay, level 20. That means the answers are going to be hidden now. So beware of the fake letter and hidden letter. So I'm going to do grape. Maybe. Okay, so grape is good. So it's probably going to be a fake B. A fake B. So G-R-A-P-P-E. Oh, grapple? Yay, okay. Fake B, hidden L. Fake B, hidden L. Those are the words. So Chrissy got pager, butterflies got paper. Let's see. So grapple is the word. Obviously apple. Yep, Durbin got apple. Pietra got, don't know what Pietra got. We'll see. Let's see. Do we do pager? Oh yeah, Chrissy did pager. What about pearl? Did we do pearl? Ooh, Josephine. Josephine did lapper? Lapper. Oh my gosh, we just need a couple more. Grapple is the thing. It's a fake bee, Steve. Fake bee. Logger, nice. Okay, here we go. Grapple, plage, okay. Oh no, why am I not thinking of it? Oh no, we just need one more. I can't, my brain's not braining. Claire, dude. Aditi, once again. Oh, and an Omta, nice, coming in, clutch. Skip one level, that's fine. I'll take it. Level 21, Josephine Pietra and Bibliophile, well done. Okay. All right. My instinct says it's got to be X, but I've been proven wrong before. Okay, so what about cradle? Hidden E? Okay, not a cradle. Hidden letter, fake letter. So it's probably going to be C-L-A. Nothing smaller than 5 letters. Clad, N-I-R, N-I-R. Oh, cylinder. That would have been good. Oh, Steve. Cardinal. Okay, so fake X and a hidden A. Fake X and a hidden A. So, is denal a word? I'm not sure. Fake X, hidden A. So, C-R-A-I-N, D-R-A-I-N. There we go. Okay, Josephine got cranial and then drain. I wonder if crania is a word. Cardinal. Radical. Nice, Dee Dee. Drain. Ooh, Durbin got carnal. Josephine got rancid. That's a good one. Acrid? Is that spelled with an I? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Oh my gosh. I don't know, guys. This is going to be racial. Nice. Oh, that's rough. That's real rough. Unless everybody gets a bunch of words all at once. Ooh, brutal. Laird. Nice, Josephine. All right, let's see who the overall winners were. As soon as it loads. Right? It was hard. All right, so we have Josephine, Pietra, Bibliophile, Sue, Butterflies, Steve, Dee Dee, Durbin, so many more, and all those that came in clutch right at the end. Thank you guys for playing that. All right, let's go ahead and swing back over to, where is my Streamlabs? There we go. There we go. Let's close that. Okay, there we go. Chat's all catching up now. All right, well, cool. Sorry, got my cup over here. Thanks everybody for hanging out. We'll keep working on this page next week. That was a hard one. My brain. Yeah, I feel you on that one, Josephine. Anyway, yeah, have a great weekend. If you're in a place where you have a 3-day weekend this weekend, enjoy it. Rest up. Have a good time. And yeah, I'll see you next week. And also next week, we'll have the new monthly download. So keep an eye out for that if you're a member or a subscriber on Instagram. And also the prints and the paintings should go live in the Etsy store next week as well. All right, everyone. I'm going to head out. Keep being awesome. And I will chat with you soon. All right. Bye.